All right, guys, in lesson 10, we're going to talk about circles. Now, in a geometry class, circles don't really show up till towards the end of the class, but depending on how your students have done up to this point, I feel like circles, there's a lot you can talk about circles. We're not going to talk about all of it here. But circles are it's right up there with trig. I really like circles because I feel like they're easy, they're pretty straightforward, the formulas are straightforward. All right, some of the parts of a circle are the circle, the radius, chord, diameter, central angle, arc, minor arc, major arc, semicircle. So circle, we know what that is. A radius is the distance from the center to the point on the circle. Chord is a segment within the circle that hits the circle at two different points, and the diameter is a chord that goes to the center. Central angle is an angle that is goes through the center. So like if we're looking ahead a little bit, it's like RVS, it's a central angle because it goes through the center. And then an arc would be this part right here. And as long as the arc is less than 180, then it's a minor arc and you represent with 2 letters. If it's a major arc, it's greater than 180 and you represent it with 3 letters. And if it is a semicircle, it is 180 degrees and you still represent it with 3 letters. Okay, so knowing this, let's get busy. So RT is a diameter, US is a diameter. Okay, so a diameter splits the circle in half, and a full circle is 360 degrees, is 360 degrees, and so half of that is 180. So if this is 26, then 180 minus 26 is 154, which means that angle 15x, or that arc 15x minus 26 is 154, and so I simply set this up, 15x minus 26 equals 154. And so that's going to be 15x, let's see, equals 180, and then x equals 12. Okay. On number 2, let's see, we have vertical angles here and here. You also know that this whole angle right here and this whole angle are vertical. So you could say this right here, you could say 18x minus 2 plus 15 equals 103. Okay, so let's do this. We got 18x minus plus 13 equals 103. 18x equals that's going to be 90. So x equals 5. Yeah. Okay, so number 3. Let's see, we have if we know that this is 90, then that means the rest of this is 270. So you could add all this up so it equal to 360, or you could say these 3 x's add up to give you 270. So whichever you want to do, or whatever your kids feel comfortable with. All right, so this would be 21x minus 12 plus 8x plus 10x plus 9. And I'm going to say equals 270. So I'm going to combine like terms, and that's going to give me 39x minus 3 equals 270. And so I got 39x equals 273, x equals 7. All right, so these are some problems, 1, 2, and 3, dealing with arcs and finding measurements based off, or finding x's or values based off of that. Okay, so xy is any point on the circle, hk is the center of the circle, the radius is the distance between those 2 points. All right, and a capital letter A is the name of the circle. So we can name any circle with just the capital letter. All right, so radius is the distance between those 2 points. So using the distance formula, we can find the equation of a circle. So here we go. All right, so if we know that the distance between those 2 points is the radius, I'll let that be r. Let's see, we got x minus h squared plus y minus k squared under the square root. And to get rid of the square root, we square both sides, so it's going to be r squared equals x minus h squared plus y minus k all squared. Okay, and then we have, so that's the graphing form of a circle. If your circle is, if the vertex of the circle, or the center of the circle is at 0, 0, then h and k would be 0, and your basic form is r squared equals x squared plus y squared. Okay, so this is your equation of a circle centered at 0. Okay. All right, so knowing this, let's go find the equations of the circles given the information that we have. All right, so the center is -3, +4, and the radius is 3. Okay, so this is going to be x minus -3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 3 squared. Okay, so that's going to be x plus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 9. That would be my equation of a circle, of that circle. All right, number 5, if the center is 0, 0 and the radius is 2, that means you're going to have x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 2 squared. So it's going to be x squared plus y squared equals 4. All right, and as you or your students get more comfortable with this, you can go straight to the final form of that and not show all the steps. 6, that would be x minus 2 all squared plus y minus 0 all squared equals 6 squared. This is going to give you x minus 2 squared plus y squared equals 36. Okay, what about graphing? All right, graphing, we have a center, on number 7, we have a center at 1, -2, 1, -2, so that's right there. And then your radius is the square root of 9, so that's going to be, the radius is 3. So you would go 3 in every direction. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then just connect the dots. And just do the best you can. On number 8, we have a center at -3, +4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my radius is the square root of that, so it's going to be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, just connect your dots. Do the best you can. If you're an artist, this is much easier for you. I would also encourage you, especially as a visual aid, to use something like Desmos. Maybe have the equations already there and not type them in when the kids get there. But because you type in all the equations you need for the class and turn them on and off as you need them, so they show up or don't show up depending on what you need. But then you can show how they're easily manipulated. You can even create sliders, so you can change the radius back and forth. You can change the center really easily, stuff like that. So that may be helpful. On 9, the center is going to be 0, 0, and my radius is going to be 3. Okay, so this is going to be 0, 0 is my center, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Connect your dots. All right. So you don't have to be perfect, but if you use a piece of software like I'm using right now to film this video, right, where it just snaps figures into that, whether it's a circle or a quad or whatever, it makes your life a lot easier. Now, an advanced thing to do is to take something like 10 and 11 and actually go find the equation of the circle using completing the square. Okay, and if you want to do that, you want to get all your x's together and all your constants away from that. So you got x squared plus 4x, leave some space, you got plus, and you got plus y squared plus y squared minus 8y, leave some space, equals positive 44. Now, to complete the square, you're trying to get x plus or minus the number all squared, or y plus or minus the number all squared to show up. So here's how we do that. Remember, this is a, b, and then your constant term is c. Okay, so we're going to take the b, and we're going to take half of it. So b over 2, and then we're going to square that. Okay, so half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4, so plus 4. And whenever you do to one side, you do the other. And then y, half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16, so you got plus 16, plus 16. All right, and then this allows you to say x plus 2 all squared plus y minus 4 all squared equals, and then 44 plus 4 is 48. 44 plus 16 is 60. This could be 64. Okay, and then if you want your center and radius from this, center would be -2, 4, and your radius would be the square root of 64, which is 8. All right, so there's that. On number 11, same thing. We got x squared. We don't have anything else going on with that. But you have the 18x on the other side, so I'm going to move that over. That's going to be minus 18x. Leave some space, plus y squared minus 2y equals, or leave some space, equals -62. All right, so half of 18 is 9. 9 squared is 81, so plus 81, plus 81. Half of 2 is 1, so that's going to be plus 1, plus 1. All right, so that's going to be x minus 9 squared. So you take your sign of the middle term. So it was minus 18x, so it's going to be minus 9. And it's always half of that middle term. So plus y minus 1 squared equals. And then 81 plus 1 is 82. 82 minus 62 is going to be 20. Okay, so my center is going to be 9, 1. And my radius is going to be the square root of 20, which you can simplify to be 2 square root of 5. Okay, so depending on what they want, this is your answer. Right? So circles, pretty straightforward. There's a lot you can do with them. There's more that we can do than we did here. But this is just kind of an introductory to circles. So that's lesson 10. I'll see you in the next lesson.